Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, we were seeing everybody in the world, almost all humans, they are seeking the glory of God and not God. Seeking God is seeking eternal freedom. Release from the nature. We don't understand we are in the prison house of nature. As nature dictates our joys and sorrows of life, our bonds and liberations, endless cycles of all types of inflictions. Now you see birth and death, childhood, old age, again and again. Similarly, Sukha Dukkha Chakra. Now I have the Sukha, within few minutes I may get intense pain, suffering. So this joys and suffering cycle also is there. Various types, whatever we see, we are undergoing that cycle endlessly, karmic cycle. And where is the release? It looks, now I am happy, but within no time that happiness is going to be erased forever. Great darkness falls. I become helpless. Again some light comes, takes me ahead for some time. Again there is darkness. Like waves in the ocean, coming one behind the other. Problems do stop without stopping. They go on coming. So when we see the whole thing at a time, we see still beyond. Many lives I am passing through. The same story, again and again, weeping and laughing. Is that the life or is there beyond? Can I have eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal bliss, eternal freedom? Yes, it is possible only by transcending nature and going beyond. So that is what is being told. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you seek God, you will have eternal bliss, eternal peace. Otherwise, here it is momentary pleasures of life, momentary. Whether you eat or enjoy life in any way, it is momentary. And behind it, the retinue follows of suffering and bondage. So, this, if you seek world, you will get this. If you seek God, the world looks so enticing, so nice, so run. But with all the run, whole life you will see your hands are empty. Nothing you have attained. So Sri Ramakrishna says, God and His glory, this universe is His glory, people see His glory and forget everything. They do not see God, whose glory is this world. All seek to enjoy woman and gold, But there is too much of misery and worry in that. This world is like whirlpool of Vishalakshi, that also we saw. Once a boat gets into it, there is no escape of its hope of its rescue. Again, the world is like thorny bush. You have hardly freed from yourself from one set of thorn before you find yourself entangled in another. This also, if you experience, you will know. Thorny bush. You are releasing your cloth from one side, another somewhere it is getting caught. Once you enter a labyrinth, you find it very difficult to get out. You know what it is? A garden-like structure will be there, or natural also, very rarely in Chambal forests and or Chambal Kanive, which you are accustomed to. Once you will not know where you are going, where you are, which is the position you are. It is like entering into forest, especially in dark hours. You will not know where you are. So, this also, how to come out you will not know. You will run here, there. Wherever you go, there is a opening, there is a closure. You go from this closure, another two closures, opening is there, here is there. You go and again you will be roaming about here, there, you are not able to find out the way out. It is very difficult. Living in the world, a man becomes seared, as it were, a devotee. Then what is the way, sir? Two alternates. Even in scriptures, Shreya and Preya is offered. Before every human, there is the two options. You may select whatever you want. The Shreya and Preya, that which is good and that which is pleasant, is always kept in front of man. Freedom is given to him to select and go ahead. What is the way, sir? Prayer and company of holy men. Master is giving the answer, prayer and company of holy men. You cannot get rid of an ailment without the help of a physician. But it is not enough to be in the company of religious people only for a day. You should constantly seek it, for the disease has become chronic. Again, you can't understand the pulse rightly unless you live with a physician. Moving with him constantly, you learn to distinguish between the pulse of phlegm and pulse of bile. See, Sri Ramakrishna is telling two important things, prayer and company of holy men. Company of holy men will give you right understanding where you are. Where is the path? Where is the goal? Again and again they clear. We forget where we are. And we forget we are in the prison house. The ego is there. Everything looks free. I have freedom. I have options. I am safe. And all this will be thinking. All wrong understanding. So, the company of holy men, the satsanga, will be giving you again and again information. No, my child, you are not in safe hands. You are not in safe place. And you are in bondage. You are in suffering, you are not even understanding you are in suffering and bondage. Try to come out of it. As you go deeper, you will see that you are lost way forever. You entered into deeper and deeper darkness that now you are not able to understand it is. It will be still more darker, still more darker. And when you know and understand, it will be impossible for you to come out of it. This is what Sri Ramakrishna says. That company of holy men will give you right understanding. After some, he says, once for a few hours you sit with him and sing a holy company and come away, it will not do. Constantly you must seek, almost every day, every week, once at least. Go and continue it within yourself. Now you are able to go to an ashrama, meet a holy man there, a man of one who has passed through, who has done the sadhana himself, and he is able to give you the secrets of sadhana. Now when he presents to you all this and your things are clear, how to go, what is the path, what is the goal, where am I, everything clear understanding comes, you will see that you are not able to move. You cannot do anything. I understand I have to do japa, I am not able to do japa. I know I have to do meditation, I am not able to meditate. I have to do this, I have to do that. I am not able to do anything. Why? Because vasanas are so powerful. The life we have led, lives after lives in earlier, and acquired the momentum of running towards the world, and that momentum called vasana is there pushing me in a particular direction, but I have to change my direction and go somewhere else. I'm not able to change that trend. I'm not able to change the direction of the movement. So what I have to do? Only thing is to call for the external help. When a current is taking me away, like flood, you have fallen into the flood, you don't know swimming, in spite of you know swimming also, the current is so powerful that you are not able to. Now you have to ask someone who is outside this current, outside this flow, to lift you, to give you support, to take you out. This is prayer. You know you are being carried, you should not go, you have to come out, everything I know. But my power, my understanding is insufficient. So I call for prayer means an helpless condition into which I enter, and I understand that I cannot change my direction. My power is insufficient to overcome the drive of the vasanas and the instincts of nature. Nature also instigates, nature also drives. So it is insufficient. That is prayer. Two things, important things Ramakrishna is telling is satsanga and prarthana, prayer. Intense, open heart prayer. Directly praying to the Lord. Please help me. Make me think of you constantly. And let whatever you want to get it, sadhana, you want to get it done through me, I am at your disposal. I am offering myself helplessly as I am. Whatever I am offering it to you. I am offering myself to you. You manage me. Just like Arjuna gives the reins of his chariot to Krishna. Now, the chariot is in your hand. Drive as you want, wherever you want to take me. In whatever direction, wherever you want to keep me, wherever you want to make me reach, you do. I can't. This is surrender. You should constantly seek it, for disease has become chronic, you see. For a long time he has waited and seen, it is not going as it was. With all my efforts, I am the same person who was there 20 years back. There was no change. Then you will understand, some other power must help me. Again, you can't understand the pulse rightly unless you live with a physician. In Ayurveda, not like now modern pulse we are taught to see only blood pressure. Blood pressure is seen through the pulse in the hand. But in Ayurvedic science, the pulse is not felt only for the pressure of the blood pressure. There are subtle forces working. Now, for example, ECG when we do, you will see heart each time it pumps, it releases certain amount of electrical current, and that is caught at the limbs and seen. At the limbs you are going to get how the heart is working. Heart is working here, and it's the current that is released is felt at the end of the limbs, hands and feet. They put here in the hands and feet and see how your heart is working. Like that, the ancient science of Ayurveda could feel pulse, many aspects of pulse. Just like ECG, they used to feel the pulse pertaining to function of the liver, pitta, vata, pitta, kapha, pulse of phlegm, that is a particular way in which your lungs are functioning. What is it producing? What is it holding? What is it? The pressure that the pulses are receiving are being seen. In the hand, where we see the heartbeat and blood pressure in the hand, the number of pulses per minute, the beatings, we see in the same place in Ayurvedic science, we see the three important factors that govern the human life: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata is the humor. Vata. Pitta is what we call function of the liver, bile. And another is Kapha. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Kapha is phlegm. Phlegm, exactly the release, what is happening in the lungs, the obstructions in the lungs and freedom in the lungs, how easily air is going and coming, free movements of the lungs, air going and coming, obstruction in the lungs, and obstruction in the nerve currents is actually Vata. There is pain in my joint, pain somewhere, some toxins are released there. The release of the toxins are carried to the brain, which informs me of the pain there. This pain in this Vata, the cause, the toxins that are produced there, which cause the nerve currents of giving pain there, here and there, that is also felt here in the palm, in the hands, in the wrist, and phlegm, kapha, vata and pitta, bile, function of the digestive system. Acidity and all these details are also felt. Three important. One is heart functioning, one is brain functioning, which includes all other aspects of pains. The third is the lungs functioning. Lungs, heart and brain functions. These three functions are caught in the wrist. This is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Pitta refers actually to digestive system. Vata refers to the brain currents. Just like ECG, heart currents. And Kapha. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Kapha includes the two aspects. One is of the heart and other is of the lungs. It's a different science which even Indians have lost. A few are able to recognize these. This is called Nadi Jnana, which is becoming slowly obliterated from the Ayurvedic science in practicality. It is there in the books, but persons to recognize them and to convey it to others, how they understand Vata, Pitta, Kapha is, I have not found properly the link, Guru Shishya Parampara, which has to come. Because one thing is, it needs lot of training under Guru. Indian music, it takes years, not 1 or 2 years. It takes decades to master. This also, who has that patience to sit for decades under a guru and learn? So that science is slowly getting obliterated. So to know this, one has to live for long with Guru. He will identify the disease from the pulses, varieties of pulses, and then prescribe the medicine also. Devotee. What is the good of holy company? Master, it begets yearning for God. What will the holy company do? Satsanga. What is the satsanga is going to bring you ultimately? It brings yearning for God. What a clear statement you see. It begets yearning for God, begets love of God. Nothing whatsoever is achieved in spiritual life without yearning. Yearning is like the locomotive in a huge train. A train, nowadays I see the luggage and all, material, what is called? What train it is called? Goods train. Goods train, hundreds of carriages, not few, hundreds. This coal and all. And when they are empty and going back empty, it will be in hundreds. 200, 300 wagons will be being pulled by one engine. And from South India, it goes to the end of the North India. See the length it has to pull and see the weight, and this one it has to pull number of carriages, number of wagons. Now, this is, what is going to pull is one engine. One engine is going to pull it, and this long journey of spiritual life, probably a life sacrifice, What is going to sustain such a long period of sadhana, various stages of evolution? What is it going to sustain? And it is yearning. Without yearning, you can attain nothing in your life. What nowadays, in almost all sadhakas, what I am finding is lack of this yearning, and therefore lack of attainments. Even intellectual awakening to understand the scriptures is not there because longing is not there. If longing is there, earnest struggle will be there. That absence of struggle, life is going in vain. Time is passing without any attainments. Days and nights are going. In that song he says, Jin to ko tan dino tako na bhajan kino janama sirano jat lohe jaiso tavare. Like rust capturing the iron, fine iron. It is going rusting away. Jinato ko tanadino. The one who has given you body, mind, senses, life, everything, without thinking of him. How is it your life is going? Like janama sirano jata. From birth to death, a continuous sleep, unending sleep. In sleep is life going. No awakening at any level. Even intellectual level will make you sleepless. But the thing is, we are sleeping lives after lives, lives after lives. At all times we are in Kirtani Basata, Nidra Lagaveli. That is a unfortunate thing. See, even when God gives a proper satsanga also, inability to utilize and evolve, what a misfortune it would be. By grace of God, satsanga comes at the door of your house. And when it is not utilized, that is our state. 100 times we fall, 100 times the Guru will make a stand. It is one part. Test misfortune still greater than the fall is when the satsanga is given, it is not utilized. It begets yearning, it begets love of God. Nothing whatsoever is achieved in spiritual life without yearning. In spiritual life, whoever has attained anything in his life is because of yearning. In yearning, the body, mind, and all parts are separated. All aspects of nature are separated. You are a container which can contain, which has no borders except nature, which is pure Chaitanya aspect, is there to receive the Chaitanya. Matter cannot receive Chaitanya. Body awareness, being mind, intellect, high intelligence also cannot attain spiritual wealth, because that is not the container. All physical knowledge your intelligence can receive. You can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, you can become a designer of computers. Everything you can achieve through your intelligence. but spiritual wealth you cannot attain. Spiritual wealth, whoever has attained, is through longing which silences our intellect. What is obstructing, one of the important things that is obstructing our going ahead is our own intelligence and our ego. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.